this is Ryan from My Web Design Source, and in this topic I would like to actually explore my own website and show you the different features. And it's not really about promoting my website, but actually looking at the different elements and how that can also apply onto your website or your future website that you're about to do. So let's take a look at this. It's pretty standard. You have the header here on the top right here, and then you have your basically your tagline, and the phone numbers are here situated on the top right of my website. Now usually you want phone numbers up there so that people usually look for information right away. If your site is not mobile friendly, still if they do open up your website, you want your phone number nice and big over there. And I put social buttons up there, and I thought this was important because not only that my clients will be able to call me, but then they can actually see what I've done on the web. Aside from the standard portfolio, which basically the people or customers that you've served, I have references into, for example, LinkedIn, and I have a Facebook fan page, YouTube channel, and a Twitter account. And what I recently gotten fond of is the Pinterest. And Pinterest, you can see that it's nicely organized. And I really like that, so I think there's a lot of great potential for Pinterest. So I put all my videos in there, and not all, but starting to, and you can check that there at the Pinterest. And you have my standard headers there about our works and services, story, contact us, and blog and resources. Now, before getting to details into those menus, I also like the fact that in websites they have this kind of banners. And you kind of see this. I mean, I've seen this in major universities or even big companies. And what that really does is when somebody opens your website, and without any more clicking on other parts of your website, they'll be able to see what you're about. You can make it as simple as possible or a little bit more detailed. Usually I like to put graphics in there and also some of those taglines, right? So this is an analogy as when you're driving in a freeway and you see those big signs up there, and you can see, for maybe a minute or a second or 2 seconds, you can see the message up there, and you're not, you're still basically following the road, right? So these are kind of like banners. So having, for me, I have 3 or 4 of them. I have 3 of them, so they're really telling about what I do and the services I provide and what makes me different, in my industry. So you can do the same way, having those slideshow kind of slide through. And the important thing is that we don't use Flash anymore, because Flash is not compatible with many mobile devices and many, iPads, for example. So mine is a JavaScript, so it is, it's easy to be seen in mobile devices. Now, I also have this watch video here. You can make it as big as you want, but what I did was make it a little bit small, and if you do push it, as you can see, it will enlarge into the screen. It's called Lightbox. And what that does, it doesn't really reload the whole page. You can see that it's still the same HTML, not HTML, but HTTP domain or address up there in the browser, but it pops up as a Lightbox, and then now you can push the video. So I think that's a really cool feature to have, so you're not reloading the whole page just to watch a video. And all you do is close it right here, it closes back in, and now you're still there. On my website, my website is made from WordPress, so it's really a blogging platform, and that's kind of like the trend of many web designers these days. When building simple to small businesses, is having it on WordPress. I love WordPress now. I changed through it about 3 years ago, and it really helped me on my rankings in organic search for my keywords. And what that does for me too is I'm able to update. For example, here the latest news right here, and then you have my latest projects. And then on the side, I'd actually put some widgets in there in my Facebook fan page right here. But what a WordPress platform, what's so easy about it is when you type in an article within the backend, it's just like maybe writing a Word document, saving it. the latest one is the first one that comes up, and it archives it. So it's basically a library of your thoughts, a library of, well, in my cases, I put also videos within those articles. And I put these tags, these keywords in the bottom. So let's take a look, for example, the latest one I did, which was the interview with ABC Senior Care from Carrie Bianco. So again, I put a little summary in there and her links. And then in the very bottom, see the tags there? Those are very powerful. So I put in, like, for example, ABC Senior Services, or, you know, California Always Best Care, or Senior Services California. And those usually get picked up by the Google search engines. So that's a great tip to have. And you can see that the blog categories are right here, the latest news and, you know, different news and events. So you can categorize your blogs so that your audience can see exactly where they want to go to. And what's important too is I have this little search bar. So say a client calls me and looking for an e-commerce website that might be, you know, of a CPA. So I said, yeah, I did a website for a CPA. Just type in CPA on the search bar, and anything that I talk about regarding CPA on my website will come up. And so that's a cool function to have. I also have the side ones here, which is some videos or corporate videos. Also in the bottom, I put some corporate videos there. And usually in the bottom, it's a footer. And the trend these days is to have on this footer right here, like basically a table of contents. To where you want your clients to navigate to your website. Aside from being on the top menu, I also put in the bottom. I put, like, again, a reminder that you can reach me through all these different social media, from Facebook to Pinterest. So that's kind of like the evolution of my website. I mean, since 4 years, I think this is like my 8th version. So I always like to look for different trends, and I'm sure by next year I might have changed it 2 times already. And well, what I usually do is really look at successful companies out there, big companies that have huge budgets and probably have like tons of web designers in their staff, and to see what's the trend, because it has evolved. I mean, websites from 10 years ago is totally different from websites that we have now. And so, you know, the following year, next year, you know, you want to follow the trends out there, what's working out. And again, websites are great because they're not like on a printed material where you do it and that's it. It's really a growing, living experience for the owner of that website, and also for the viewers that see it. So those are my tips, and I wanted to just share it with you, and hopefully you get some inspiration on how to design your website. There's tons of different designs out there and many different techniques, but I wanted to share you mine. Talk to you there. This is Ryan from My Web Design Source. Thank you.